Good morning, family. Welcome to the Afro Latina Show. I am your host, Alicia Anabel Santos, La Diosa Dominicana, La Santera. Welcome to episode 89, 3 Keys to Unlock Mastery. And shit, I gotta come back. We live, yo. We live, yo. That was my timer saying my time was up and I needed to. But I wanted to take a few minutes and kind of hang with you for a second before I start my day. So we are getting to the end of The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. And I'm just going to read a couple of things and then we'll talk and meditate and start our day. The Toltec. Thousands of years ago, the Toltec were known throughout southern Mexico as women and men of knowledge. Anthropologists have spoken of the Toltec as a nation or a race, but in fact, the Toltec were scientists and artists who formed a society to explore and conserve the spiritual knowledge and practices of the ancient ones. They came together as masters, naguals, and students at Teotihuacan, the ancient city of pyramids outside Mexico City, known as the place where man becomes God. Toward the end of the book, page 108, Don Miguel talks about some of the things that we need to master to kind of undo the conditioning and the programming and sort of reprogram ourselves with different truths, with our truth. And so I'm going to read the excerpt for today on page 107. There is no reason to suffer. With awareness, you can rebel and say, this is enough. You can look for a way to heal and transform your personal dream. The dream of the planet is just a dream. It is not even real. If you go into the dream and start challenging your beliefs, you will find that most of the beliefs that guided you into the wounded mind are not even true. You will find that you suffered all those years of drama for nothing. Why? Because the belief system that was put inside your mind is based on lies. That is why it is important for you to master your own dream. That is why the Toltecs became dream masters. Your life is the manifestation of your dream. It is an art. And you can change your life anytime you aren't enjoying the dream. Dream masters create a masterpiece of life. They control the dream by making choices. Everything has consequences, and a dream master is aware of the consequences. To be Toltec is a way of life. It is a way of life where there are no leaders and no followers, where you have your own truth and live your own truth. A Toltec becomes a wise. A Toltec becomes wise, becomes wild, and becomes free again. There are 3 masteries that lead people to become Toltecs. First, it's the mastery of awareness. This is to be aware of who you really are with all the possibilities. The second is the mastery of transformation, how to change, how to be free of domestication. The third is the mastery of intent. Intent from the Toltec point of view is that part of life that makes transformation of energy possible. It is the one living being that seamlessly encompasses all energy, or what we call God. Intent is life itself. It is unconditional love. The mastery of intent is therefore the mastery of love. So let's take these one at a time. The first key to unlocking mastery. I love the word mastery. It's coming up for me a lot today in different texts that I read this morning. We all want to be a master, right? We all want to be a master of something. We all want to be good at something. Like for me personally, I would love to be a master of writing, a master storyteller. So for me, becoming a master of storytelling is in the work that I do, in the art that I create, in the stories that I tell, in rising every single day and practicing and learning and studying and reading and writing and editing and re-editing and re-editing and doing it again and again and again and again and again, and realizing that I will never really get to the place of mastery, that I'm always going to be the student. That's the key to mastery, I think, is that we're always studying, we're always looking for a way to be better, right? So the mastery of awareness, I think, is really important, right? Be aware of who we really are with all its possibilities. I think when we understand that we are truly limitless and we're living in a universe that truly meets us where we are, if we are shitty human beings and we're questioning why we are having shitty experiences, I don't understand why we're even questioning that. I don't even understand, because we receive what we put out. Yeah, sometimes we get what we don't deserve. That's true. That's real. That's honest. But when you are aware of who you are and how you move in the world, you understand, yo, these great things that are coming into my life right now, these blessings are because I am a blessing. And becoming self-aware is not just, holding yourself at this high standard, but it is pushing yourself to be better all the time. It's being aware of who you are every single moment of the day. Like, I really don't know many people that are so aware that they really think about what they're saying, what's coming out of their mouths, how their thoughts affect others. And I'm certainly not perfect. I get it wrong and fuck up all the time. But being a person who has mastered awareness means that I am seeing myself as beautiful and loving and apologizing when I get it wrong. I think that that's a wonderful part of being aware. Being aware that when I'm good, I'm great. But when I'm fucked up, that's an opportunity for me to shift and change. 2, mastery of transformation. How to change, how to free ourselves of domestication. For me, simply put, this means that I am no longer believing the beliefs that I was conditioned with as a child. All of the things. So domestication for me, I think of an animal. I think of an animal who is trained to not pee in the house, to eat at a certain time. They're domesticated. They are beat to submission in some cases. And so in that way, we have been beat to submission in the society that we live in, that there are certain ways to do things. And there's only one way of doing things. There's only one way of getting to the top. There's only one way of attaining your dreams. There's only one way of becoming a writer. There's only one way of being a famous dancer. There isn't one way. There are so many ways. There is my way. And so for me, the mastery of transformation is saying, okay, I'm going to resist and push back on all of the shit that people have put on me and rewrite my story, rewrite my narrative, take some of those fucking pains, all of those pains, and rewrite the story of that wounded child, that abused child, because the woman is no longer abused. I'm not abused. I am not being violated today. Sit with that, because transformation means different things for all of us. 3, the mastery of intent. I love the word intention. You should all know we have 89 episodes where I talk about intention, or where I set an intention. Intention is one of those words that came to me during my spiritual journey that I understood was a direct conversation and link with my God, with the source and force that provides for me and holds me and guides me. And so the mastery of intention for me is incredibly special. This is what makes transformation possible. So my intent is being one with God. My intent is to know that it's always been about love, this deep love of self, And so how do we get these keys? How do we get to that road? It's understanding that we choose what we believe. It sounds so simple. I can choose what I believe. I can choose to no longer hold the things that people said about me or to me to be true. We get to choose. We have control of our story and our narrative beginning today. We no longer have to tolerate some things. So, yeah, those are the keys. And the work begins today. It's taking each key and putting it in the door, turning it, walking in, and really spending time with you owning that you're the only one that can create this transformation. There's no the aha moment. The aha moment isn't someone giving you anything. The aha moment is you searching for it. And then the universe meets you in the middle and says, here's what you've been looking for. But no one's gonna leave you a pot of gold under a rainbow at your front door while you sit back and don't do any fucking work. That is not how this works. We are co-creators with the universe, right? With that, let's meditate. Sit comfortably. Let's take some deep breaths. Inhale. 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 Keep breathing. Today is when the real work begins. Today we get to really look at some of the things that we've been conditioned with. So today we take inventory. Let's take inventory. Let's see how we can be a little more self-aware today. What have we been taught about how we can respond to someone or something who has offended us? What have we been taught? What has been modeled for us? What have we been shown? That's just one example, right? You get to pick other things, like other areas in our lives, like who taught you gratitude? Who taught you how to pray? Who taught you how to strive for your dream? Who's taught you how to balance a checkbook? Who taught you how to save? Who taught you how to look for a job? Like there are so many things that we need to be self-aware about. And so many, when I say take inventory, we're looking at every single aspect of our lives. And so for me, a lot of the things that I've been taught have been toxic and have not served me. What are the things that have been toxic and have not served you? This is our self-awareness list, right? And also, what are the wonderful things? What are the wonderful qualities that have been passed down to you by your family and those you love that do serve you, right? Let's make 2 columns. Serves me, does not serve me. And so that second key is the key to unlocking domestication, right? And so we have been conditioned. And so this is such hard work. This is such hard work. There is so much strength that has to happen because we're talking about undoing decades, centuries of intergenerational trauma, of people of color trauma, of all kinds of things. And so how do we unlock that key of domestication and retrain ourselves? What can you do today? How can you be different? And then the third one is the key to intention. And we'll close with that. Sit with that. And when you're ready, come out of meditation. So, listen, I don't think that we fully get to this place where we're so evolved that we don't stop transforming. One of the things that I know to be true about me personally is that I have died many times. I love writing about life, death, rebirth. Those are the sections of my memoir: life, death, rebirth. In my initiation, in my religion, I died and I was reborn. And so the metaphor of life, death, and rebirth is something that has risen for me over and over again. And so for me, self-awareness and transformation and intent is all tied into allowing the old parts of me to die, the parts that don't serve me, and being reborn into the version of Alicia that will make me happy, that will bring me joy. And so my questions, our meditation, when we are making our list of, what we need to undo, I think it's connected to beliefs. What do I believe to be true about me, right? And what I believe to be true is that I'm incredibly strong, that I was born a healer. What I know to be true is that a lot of the experiences in my life, especially the hard ones, the dark ones, the painful ones, the poisonous ones, the ones where I felt like I would never rise, where I would never survive, where I thought I could die and nearly died, were the moments that have been the greatest transformations for me, because, my spirit guides are saying to me, no, 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 my love, this is just here to teach you something. You have a life to live and you have gifts to share. And so that's where my writing comes in, right? So the intention part, the mastery part, the mastery of intent is really focusing on the transformation and the awareness part and honoring it by walking in my intent. That is all I want to say today. I am wishing you peace, and I'm wishing you joy and love and gentleness. I hope that you have enjoyed hearing some of my thoughts on and reflections on The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. If you don't have the book, you should get it. I do recommend it. He also has a book called The Mastery of Love that is truly my favorite. The Four Agreements is beautiful, but Mastery of Love is actually the book that has formed a lot of my ideas around love, around self-love, and has gotten a lot of plugs in my memoir because I talk about it a lot, because it's been instrumental in my healing. So with that, my dears, I got to go because I am definitely late today. I'm wishing you all the most amazing day. And yeah, my intention for today is to keep studying, to forever be the student, and share everything that I know and am blessed with all the love in my heart. I'm wishing you all the most amazing day. Peace.